Matt Stepp, Dave Campbell's Texas football back here at the 90th annual Texas High School Coaches Association convention here with the head coach, those Georgetown Eagles, Coach Chuck Griffin. Coach, appreciate you taking a few minutes to chat with us this afternoon.
Thanks, Matt, man. I'm thankful to be here.
I mean, obviously the convention's the unofficial start of football season, and it's kind of when everybody leaves here, it's like it's go time. It's time to get going.
Absolutely.
But when you come to the convention, it's a great time. You see a lot of old friends, that kind of thing. What are you looking to get accomplished out of this year's coaches school? Is there anything on your bucket list you need to get done while you're here?
I think the biggest thing anytime I come to this is try to take one nugget, something away that I can learn that I can use. Maybe it's a drill-specific deal or maybe it's an overall coaching philosophy deal, but take something away from somebody that I get to hear.
And, the vendors and all that stuff, it's every time I walk through the vendor area, it amazes me, the technology and all the cool things that they have and stuff. Almost makes you wish you had a blank checkbook and you just walk through here and start buying
man, there's
stuff,
a lot of stuff I could buy. There's a lot of stuff I could buy here.
Coach Dean to get you that blank checkbook.
That's right.
Georgetown ISD, you guys, well, first off, I mean, I've covered a couple games there. Love covering games there. What unbelievable administrative support you have there in Georgetown.
Absolutely.
With your athletic administration, your district administration. And that's key to having a successful football program year in and year out. Just talk about your administration a little bit and just kind of let us know kind of how thankful you are and kind of what they do to makes them special.
I think it starts at the top is Dr. Fred Brent, our superintendent. His kids came through our program in various parts of our athletic program. One of them was a football player all the way through, just 1 year, and he's got a daughter that has played basketball and volleyball, and so he gets it, and he understands what we're doing and the value of what we bring to education. So I think it starts there, as well as Jason Dean, our athletic director, just being a guy who was a head coach there for 9 years, understands what we're doing, and coming out of a good program. He spent the first part of his career in Abilene, and so he understands well. And then our principal, Brian Johnson, best principal I've ever worked with, and just understands the value of athletics and what we can bring to the table as far as education and how it sets the tempo of the school year.
Yeah, exactly.
And how that changes the school when you have successful athletic programs. So we're very blessed to have those guys.
When you look at your team heading into 2020, been successful. Georgetown's been in the mix for a while now. When you look at your ball club in 2022, what do you feel like are going to be the strength? What are you going to hang your hat on? What are the Georgetown Eagles going to do well in 2022?
I think I think we've got some good, solid skill kids coming back. I think that's going to help us out. We got a really good, solid center. So I think offensively, again, I think we're going to have a chance to be pretty good. We've got Drayden Dickman on the outside and Marquise Dominguez on the outside, Broden Elliott at center. And then our running back, Andrew Petter, is going to be really good. And then Tucker Griffin, our quarterback's going to step in there. And so, man, I really think offensively we're going to be pretty sound. And, man, we got a new defensive scheme, brought in a new defense coordinator, Tim Nickey, hired him from Willis, and he worked for us from 12 to 15. Okay. So he understands Georgetown and who we are and what we're about. And Tim's, man, he's livened it up. And expecting big things out of Daniel Bina and Michael Valenta up front. Ian Lewis and Jacob Faltasek at linebacker, and then also in our back end from Luis Diaz and Thomas Scholes, expecting some big things. So I think we're in a really good position. Our district obviously got a lot tougher.
I was going to ask you about that. Your realignment didn't do you guys any favors.
No, I did not.
The district was already tough. It was already a good district, and then let's just add in College Station and A&M Consolidated, and I think Rouse is in there too, up from Division II. It's
Glenn is.
Glenn.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean it's a really good district, top to bottom. I mean, when I'm looking at it and I'm trying to make predictions, and take them for what they're worth, right? I mean, it's me doing the predictions. I don't know how. Sometimes I'm throwing them against the wall, but I look at your district and I'm like, there's going to be at least one really good team that doesn't make the playoffs this year. And that's rare with 4 teams making the playoffs. Yeah. And I think it just goes to show the level of depth. And and I'm sure you guys have talked to your kids about this. Like we have to come to play every week. If we have an off week, it could cost us our season.
Absolutely. It really is reminiscent of back when it was just 5A and we were 14-15. We were in the district with Vista Ridge and Vandergrift, that was a really tough district, and it really stacks up like that way. There's going to be a fifth-place team that could win 2 or 3 playoff games that's going to be sitting at home. Yep.
That's exciting but scary at the same time.
Absolutely, absolutely. You got to bring your A game every week.
All right, final question for you before I let you out of here, Coach. Georgetown's a great food town. There's a lot of good places to eat in Georgetown. I've got a few of my favorites. Now, one of my favorite places to eat in Georgetown is the press box there at the stadium, because you got Coach Dean hooks it up with the tacos.
I don't get to do that, so I don't know what that's like.
Now, do your assistants, did you get to put them on a weight program to watch out?
You know, when I was an offensive coordinator, I was not one that could eat. I might drink 6 Diet Cokes, but I couldn't eat anything during a game, you know. And but there's a couple of them that'll put some stuff away, I'm sure.
Now, so aside from the press box, where is the best place to eat in town? What are your go-tos?
Man, I don't know, man. There are so many good places. I'm going to think of 2. You know, one, I think the best steak in town is at the Blue Corn Harvest and the Cajun ribeye. Okay. Man, it's good. I
like Cajun food and I like ribeyes.
It is good. And then my wife and I Wednesday nights, other than during the season when the radio show's on, the rest of the year on Wednesday nights, we go eat at Mas Fajitas. That's our date night.
Mas Fajitas.
And Mas Fajitas, man, they're good.
Yeah.
The Pollo Loco shrimp, I think that's the best Mexican food dish in Georgetown.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go. Coach, appreciate your time. Congratulations on all the success there at Georgetown, and good luck in 2022.
Thank you, Matt. Appreciate you.
And we appreciate what you do for student athletes.
Thank you, man.
Texas.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate y'all.